Hey everybody, it's me, Mike, LM, making a video here to kind of explain everybody in our league and who they are, and I'll try to explain this as best as I can, because last year we had a little problem with people not really knowing anybody and not thinking they're actually real, that I just made them up or somebody else made them up. So let me just give you a little run through. Let me start with, get the list of teams here. Nicola. Nicola is my dad's wife, and she is my stepmother. I see her every once in a while, every chance I can get. And she has been a San Francisco 49er fan all of her life, and a San Francisco Giants fan all of her life. So she's pretty big into football. She's knowledgeable. She knows her stuff. So just keep aware of that. She's a sleeper. She'll surprise you. But don't underestimate her. She's a powerful player. But this is her first year in fantasy football. She's done some football pools before, but she's never done fantasy football that I know of. So yeah, anyways, that's Napa Crush, that's the owner. Kenny, he does not have a team name yet, but Kenny is someone I know a little bit about. Brian knows Kenny more than I do. I think he's a professional photographer, I might be wrong, but I believe he is. He's a real nice guy. He does a lot of horse races. He does a lot of horse races and studies stuff in that horse racing field. So I'm pretty sure he's very familiar with numbers and what works and what doesn't work. First year in fantasy football, first year in our league, of course. So I look forward to seeing Kenny, and he should be. He's really thrilled to be in fantasy. So that's the story on Kenny, as best as I can describe it. Garlic's Destroyers, which is owned by Dennis. Dennis is probably the best pizza maker I know in the East Bay. But besides that, this is his first year in fantasy football. He's thought about it before, but this is his first year. And he's welcomed into our league, and I see him probably 3 times a week. So I see him probably more than anybody else in our league. And he's got a knack for football, really enjoys it. He's a Niner fan. Yeah, he knows the stuff. Ryan Townsend, the BioBurners owner, he basically has been in, this is his first year in our fantasy football league, but he's been in other fantasy football leagues before. I don't see him quite a bit. I think he lives out of state, so I don't know what state, but he lives out of state. But he's a 49er fan. He knows his football. He knows his players. So he's got knowledge in that industry. But I look definitely forward to having Ryan in our league. San Francisco Argonauts, owned by Brian. Brian has been in our league. This is his second year. Last year he was fairly new to it. Brian didn't know a running back from his left nut before he came into this league, but now he does. So he fairly knows the system. He's got a good business ethic. That's why I have him as my VP, not because he doesn't know, not because he knows football. It has nothing to do with that. It's just because he's got a good business ethic. But he is, he won last year. He was the champion last year. So any of you who's willing to take out the champion, that's the guy to go to. But he knows his football to some degree, but not as much as some of the other guys in our league. Myself, well, I've been a LM for this league for 4 years now. So I look forward to serving my 4th year. And I just enjoy fantasy football really a lot. even if I don't win, it's really fun to talk smack and communicate with you guys. But I'm a 49er fan. I've been a 49er fan all my life, completely dedicated, and I study quite a bit. So, but it doesn't always work out the way it should. I've got people that are beating me that don't study. So anyways, that's the story on me. The Bulldogs is my father, Jeff. He's a 49er fan as well, very dedicated to the 49ers. This guy knows football inside and out. He doesn't just know football, he knows the business of football. This guy will throw you a spin before you can say sorry. So believe me, if you want to keep an eye on anybody in this league, it's the Bulldogs. He's a very serious competitor, and he's just fun to go head-to-head against. The problem is the Bulldogs just can't seem to beat me every time he plays me in the playoffs. Sorry, Dad. Maybe you might be able to do it this year. Conquer Lazy Kings is run by Mike. Mike's serving his 4th year in our league. He's the only one, and myself, serving 4 years in our league. He is very dedicated to fantasy, just like myself. He does a little bit of studying. He knows football to some degree, but the thing that Mike does know, his specialty, is he's got a knack for finding talent. He finds guys that are pretty talented before anybody knows their name. Drew Brees, Mike knew about him 4 years ago before anybody else did. So Mike's got a talent for knowing talent. Anyways, take care, guys, and have a good one.